presentation of a tank reactor. So what is going on in this tank reactor? Suppose we want to conduct a chemical reaction in a beaker. What we are taking, the first reactant is filled in the beaker and the second reagent is added and it is mixed. The same process is done in a tank reactor. Suppose we are choosing a tank reactor to synthesize a product C. For that, the substrate A and B are reacting to give the product C. In a large industrial operation, this requires a network of tank reactors. So first we have to prepare A as the substrate to 1. Its concentration has to be maintained. The molar concentration has to be maintained. There will be a motor and a pumping system so that cubic meters of the substrate has to be pumped and it has to be entered into a tank and it has to be maintained for a period of time. Then the second substrate has to enter, has to be dosed into the tank in which the substrate A is maintained, allowed to react with respect to the residence time and the reaction time. Then the mixture has to be separated and can be pumped into another tank. If the reaction requires 24 hours or 48 hours, it has to be retained and maintained there. Then the substrate as well as the product has to be taken out. It has to be filtered. If any unwanted residue concentration of the substrates are maintained, has to be removed. If any wanted components are there, has to be separated and has to be recirculated for the further uses for continuing the cyclic operation. In this example, A is reacting with B to get the product C. How this simple reaction can be implemented in the form of a network of tank reactors? So I will explain the significance of a mathematical modeling concept. To teach you how A and B react to form C in an industrial operation using the concept of tank reactors and additive links. Links are nothing but the connection so that the substrate can be moved from one tank to another one. So transport and substance separation in a box network can be explained like that. This example demonstrates how to describe additive links between mixed reactors, bifurcations and substance separation. In addition, it gives an introduction to program variables and realist variables. When the mathematical models are applied in environmental systems, in a mathematical relationship, constants and parameters are there. Of course, the time will be a program variable for each and every process. When a chemical reaction is written, the rate of the reaction is very important. How much concentration of each substrates are varied over a period of time determines the rate of formation of the product and the rate of utilization of the reactants. The principles of chemical kinetics are definitely involved in each stages of the process. So the program variables, mostly it may be the time, at what time the concentration of the substrate varies over the tank. What are the controlling parameters? The volume, what will be the concentration and the flow rate? They are otherwise known as realist variables when it is put into a mathematical relationship, when it is put into a software for the generation of the graph, so that we can make the process really understandable and we can make the predictions accordingly. This reaction can be implemented based upon the principles of mathematical modeling in environmental systems otherwise known as in environmental modeling, through the following steps. A chemical reaction between A and B to produce C is very simple, can be done in a laboratory, taking a beaker and a test tube, a stirrer, and of course two reagents A and B, and mixing together and holding over a period of time, a precipitate or colored product can be generated. But in a large scale operation, lot of other preparations are required. We can approach this problem through simple steps. In the initial part, we can perceive the process like that. A substrate A flows into the mixed reactor 1 at a concentration, and the inflow concentration of the substrate is taken as 10 milligram per liter. We are fixing the concentration of substrate as 10 milligram per liter. And we are allowing the substrate A to enter in the tank 1 through a pumping system. A motor will be there. Through the pipe system, the water is continuously flowing into the tank. We are maintaining the pumping for a time period of 0 to 4.9 hours. We are allowing A to flow into the tank for a time period of 4.9 hours, not to 5 hours, because we have to control the process up to 5 hours. After 5 hours, there is no need of entering A into the tank to react with the B. That is, the time is maintained between 0 and 4.9 hours. The concentration of the substrate is 10 milligram per liter. So in our airlet tank reactor, we can again go into the tank reactor. Ca0 is the initial substrate concentration. Here it is 10 milligram per liter. It is allowed to flow with a flow rate. We will express it later. The substrate A with the concentration 10 milligram per liter will be held in the tank. Here the concentration is taken as Ca1. The process may be going on after adding B in another tank. Finally, the substrate will be taken out with a flow rate Q1 and Ca1 concentration. This is for one more explanation for simplifying the system. So A is entering into the tank with a flow rate 10 milligram liter for a time period of 0 to 4.9 hours. After 4.9 hours, we are stopping the flow of the substrate A. That means continuously the concentration of A entering into the tank decreases from 10 milligram per liter to 0 between 4.9 and 5.1 hours, because we are switching off the flow of the substrate A into the tank, so that the concentration profile decreases. When it is plotted in a graph, we can say that initially at 0 time the concentration is 10 milligram per liter. When the time reaches to 5.9, the concentration slowly decreases to 0, and it remains 0 at after 5.1 hours, because it is a continuous flow system. When it is switched off, even then the substrate will enter slowly at a residual concentration, continuously declining concentration profile into the tank. And we can plot the time course of the concentration Ca of the substrate A in all reactors for initial concentration of 0 during a time interval of 10 hours. That means A is allowed to react with B to produce C. It requires a series of tanks, so that A can be allowed to flow into a tank, it can be maintained with a concentration profile, then it can be allowed to react with the B, the C can be produced, the C can be separated, whatever the residual concentration of A and B can be, because the substrates are very valuable, can be isolated, can be recirculated into the tank for the next cycle of operations. The series of tank reactors involved in this chemical reaction is shown here. The tank, the volume capacity of the tank. You know the volume capacity again. I will show you that the volume capacity, the V, the volume capacity V of each and every tank is represented. The first tank, the volume capacity is 10 liters. V is 10 liters. It is connected to the second tank. The capacity is 10 liters. It is connected to the fourth tank. The capacity is 10 liters. The content, the substrates going out of the second tank is bifurcated with a different flow rate. It is 5 liters per hour is going out. A fraction of the substrate coming out of the second tank is entering into another tank that is arranged parallel to the second tank. It is designated as tank number 3. The inlet flow concentration is 50 liters per hour. The volume capacity V is equal to 1 liter. Then it is going out and it is connected to the first inlet link. Again recirculated into the tank number 2. The Q0, the initial flow concentration is 10 liter per hour. That means Q0, I will show you again. The Q0 is 10 liter per hour. You know the volume per hour, 10 liters of the fluid is entering, the substrate is entering. The ZA0 is 10 milligram per cubic meter. Per cubic meter it contains 10 milligram. Sometimes it is expressed 10 milligram per liter. And liter cubic meter conversion is very important. Once liter is known, liter multiplied by 1000 will give you cubic meter. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liters. Then the substrate input for part B. We can plot the process occurring, that is, we are allowing the substrate entering into the tank for a time period of 0 to 4.9. If the controlling mathematical relationships are known, we can graphically plot what will be the concentration profile of A after 5 hours, because at 0 time 10 milligram per liter enters into the tank. Then it is continued as such for a time period of 4.9 hours. When the 5 hours is reached, at 4.9 hours, the flow is regulated, controlled, and it is stopped. Then the concentration profile decline and reaches to 0 at 5.1 hours. You see, this kind of process, doing experimental observations in pilot studies for designing a process or designing a treatment plant takes a lot of time, energy, and money. If the controlling mathematical relationships are known, when it is put into a mathematical software, quickly we can plot the graphs and we can take appropriate decision. At what time the concentration of substrate A declines to 0 milligram per liter, and how the cyclic process can be done periodically to continue it as a continuous process in the production line. So the concentration of substrate in the inlet can be plotted. The graphical simulation of the concentration of substrate entering into the tank number 1 can be represented by the graph. Here we can see the reaction of A and B to form C. You know that each and every chemical reaction, a rate of the reaction is very important. Reaction rate kinetics is the mathematical model to express a reaction between substrate A and B. Each and every chemical reactions can be expressed in the form of a reaction kinetic relationship. So in this reaction, A and B combines to form C has a rate constant. Rate of a reaction is directly proportional to the product of their active masses. Rate of a reaction is equal to a constant of proportionality, that is rate constant Ka multiplied by the concentration of the substrate A multiplied by concentration of substrate B. That is, rate of the reaction is equal to Ka Kab. That is, it is written K substrate AB multiplied by Ca and Cb. Ca is the initial concentration of the substrate A and Cb is the concentration of substrate B. Here again the process can be represented. A combines with B to form C. Here A is entering into the tank 1 and B is entering into the tank number 2, and C is produced in the reaction mixing chamber, reactor tank number 2, and it is produced, and the substrate C is separated by pumping it into the reactor number 4. So here we can see that some of the fractions of the product is not going out directly to the 4, but it is recirculated. C is not transported through these links. C is separated and it is directly entering into the tank number 4. Whatever other substrates are required, it is again recirculated. Remained unreacted is recirculated back into the process. Substrate B cannot be directly added into the tank number 2, but it is entering into the reactor number 2 with a periodic loading. What is the periodic loading? Because it enters with a concentration of 100 milligram per hour. The substrate B is entering into the tank with a concentration of 100 milligram per hour as the flow rate. 100 milligram per hour is the flow rate, mass flow rate. But it enters periodically at each hours. Graphically it is represented. B enters as a periodic input. At each and every hours B is entering. That means just like A, it is not at all continuously entering into the box network for a time period of 0 to 4.9. Here the B enters into the tank periodically in each hours, not in the beginning. B enters into the tank number 2 at the last quarter of each hour. That is, last quarter of each hour means first hour till 45 minutes are over, it is not at all switched on. When 45 minutes reached, it is switched on. When 1 hour is over, it is switched off. So the periodic input of B can be graphically simulated and represented. So this kind of process are occurring in each and every chemical reactions. Identifying the mathematical relationship that controls and regulate these kind of reactions are very important. And the learning of these pertinent principles are otherwise known as environmental modeling. So how will you formulate the model equations for the process? Model equation, the reaction can be formulated as A plus B gives C. Rate of the reaction, simple chemical kinetic relationship, minus dCA by dt is equal to the rate of change of concentration of substrate A with respect to time is equal to minus dCB by dt is equal to plus dC plus dC. This is a correction, I will make it later. Plus dC by dt is equal to KAB CACB, that is mentioned in the earlier equation. Here in this reaction, suppose if A moles of A is reacting with B moles of B and C moles of C are generated, then what will be the rate of the reaction? Rate of the reaction is equal to 1 by A minus 1 by A dCA by dt is equal to minus 1 by B dCB by dt is equal to minus 1 by C dC by dt is equal to KAB CA raised to A into CB raised to B. So this is a process. The reaction is A plus B gives C. If only a single moles are reacted, then rate of the reaction can be represented through a mathematical relationship. If the moles are different, then the stoichiometric coefficients are involved in the mathematical rate equation. So these reactions can be represented in the form of simple mathematical relationship. Knowing the mathematical relationship, we can design the process and we can make the control systems, and optimization is possible.